it's Lisa Rowland again from Jinx Freshman Academy Library, and now I want to talk about They Went Left by Monica Hesse. And in this book, it's set right at the end of World War II in 1945. The main character is Sophia Lederman. She was at a concentration camp, and then after the war was ended and she was liberated, she was in a hospital as kind of a nothing girl, someone who didn't have a lot of reactions to what all was going around her. But she did have one goal, and the one thing that really helped get her through the war, which is to find her brother Abek and just to try to reunite with him. She made him a promise, and this is something that she's really passionate about. So at the end of the war, then she's just trying to get home, trying to get back to Poland. So she finally gets back, and no one has seen her brother. He's not there. He hasn't shown up yet. So she decides to go on a journey, and she will do whatever it takes to reunite with him. Even if her memories are a little bit fuzzy, but really that's all that she has left. What she does remember is that when they were at the concentration camp, they were divided into separate lines, and everyone else in the family was put in the line to the left that went to the gas chambers. So they went left, her and Abek went right, and now she needs to find him. For a great read-alike, I would try a book that was on the Sequoyah list a couple of years ago that you might be familiar with already, What the Night Sings by Vesper Stamper. That's a great book that's also set at the end of World War II with Jewish characters, and with them, they're really looking forward to moving to the new state of Israel. And I think that the two books, even though they both deal with Jewish characters at the end of World War II, are quite a bit different, but it does show that there was more to the war than just, a treaty was signed and everyone has moved on. If you're looking to connect this to some curriculum, again, it's got great historical impact on the sense that just because the war is over does not mean that everything was finished and over with. There was still a lot of prejudice against Jews after the war, and whether or not they still had homes to return to. So you can really talk a lot about the rest of the Holocaust, or if your school might have a specific Holocaust studies class, this would be a great book to recommend to them. Also, if you wanted to, you could pair this with quite a few different nonfiction texts to go along with that, and an English class maybe to do some research on. This is just an absolutely great historical fiction book. I hope it has a great impact on you and your students and that you enjoy it. It's a really interesting tale. Not everything is quite as it seems on the surface. This is They Went Left by Monica Hesse.